Well,
Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel Foley. We don't normally do movie reviews, but I wanted to do this one because I was a big fan of the Beverly Hills Cop series when I was growing up in the 80s. I loved Eddie Murphy, thought he was great, and I've seen a lot of reviews that kind of badmouthing it and trash talk it. Well, they think it's average, they're criticizing it like it's, but I didn't see that. I for one really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun, and I think it was a great tribute to his previous ones, Beverly Hills Cop 1, Beverly Hills Cop 2. 3 was okay. I didn't think it was that bad, but a lot of people, probably the worst of the bunch. But this one, I thought they really hit the nail on the head, and they did a good job. And I wanted to encourage people to see it, because if you're a fan of the series, fan of Eddie Murphy, then you're going to enjoy it, I think. I think it was well put together. There's a lot of pros. There's just a few cons. And I think we should put the rating first and then go into the details about the positive and negative, Like, for me, this movie was a 9.7. Like really up there. There was just a few negatives. It was really good. 9.7. It wasn't perfect. I have a few negatives, but I think it was 9.7 out of 10. Very close. I think he just did an awesome job. Eddie was the same character as he was in the first two, and did a lot of things right. A lot of these new movies that are coming back, like remakes of the old ones, have really, like, what was it? Coming to America.
Oh yeah.
That he did.
That's funny.
The original, of course, was great. The remake, or the next in the series that was just done recently, it was okay. It wasn't as good, but this one really hit the ball right. And
my rating, I would give it. I was entertained. I'd give it an 8.
give it an 8. Right.
Yeah, because I haven't seen all of the Beverly Hills
We'll have to
Cop
fix
stuff.
that.
I've only seen, part of the first one. But when the first one was made, I was like 5. So I never saw any of those.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into them. But this one, without seeing all the other ones, I thought was very entertaining.
Yeah, you were laughing.
Yeah, I was cracking up. I thought it was funny.
A lot of
Even though I didn't even know the back history of a lot of it. It was still really good.
A lot of it was just Eddie. Eddie is just
He's just
funny.
so natural and good at it,
Just the way when he's talking about, let's finish the rating, and then we'll tell you what it's like. Some spoilers there. But so I think it was a 9.7. You think it was an 8.
Yeah.
And you feel like when you're watching it, it's like just a continuation of the series. They picked up right where not right where, it's a few years later, but the whole mood of the music, the movie was on point. It was the same kind of atmosphere. And I don't know, some of these reviewers are saying, it didn't look, they don't like the new cameras because it doesn't have the same graininess that gives it character.
Well, this is based today versus before.
I know.
Are we going to record it as if he's 22? Now this is supposed to be a continuation of him being older.
Yeah,
so obviously technology has gotten better.
Yeah, they say, and I like it. I like the clarity of the pictures better than the grainy, fuzzy pictures of the past.
Especially with our new TVs.
They say like it's the new ones are bland,
Who's saying this?
I heard some reviewers. I watched some reviews on this show, and I was
on the movie,
and I completely disagree. I think it was just as good. They sang the background. There's more ambience in the background, but
there are a lot of good songs too.
Yeah, the songs were properly.
Some of the original songs, and then they have
where they have The Heat Is On. They had the Neutron Dance. They had that song by Harold Faltermeyer, which I think is called Axel F.
What was that one song when he was coming into Beverly Hills and it was like all...
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na.
No, not that one. The one later when he's coming for his daughter.
So the song was Players by Coy Leray. Wow, she's naked.
They're all naked.
That was a good song. All the song choices were excellent.
Of course, they don't play the whole song, just pieces of it.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We haven't heard the whole thing.
And they were right. They were placed at the right time and right amount. You know, the song didn't play too long. I noticed when we watched Fallout, the new Fallout series.
That was good.
They played the songs, the old songs, way too long.
Yeah.
It was like you're getting, okay, we get the idea.
Yeah.
This one they played it just.
Well, they played all the good parts of the song. Like it was all the good parts into another scene.
Yeah,
all the good parts into another scene.
And they had the classic Axel F song, which is da 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 da. It just yeah, it's great. It was the way they played it.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you think it's just because it's like going down memory lane that you like it better, or do you think the people that are reviewing it are they new generation that haven't seen the old movies?
No, I think they've all seen it, but
well, what are they expecting?
I don't know, but I don't think it's just nostalgia because I watched the Star Wars, the new Star Wars trilogy, hated it. The new Indiana Jones, hated him. And what else?
Well, I think the difference is it was more real. Like the actor was real. Like those other movies, it was just not real. You know, it just seemed like, not that, I mean, all the movies are not real, but like it just felt more natural with the actors, whereas like some of the new Star Wars, is you talking about Star Wars? Or
Yeah, the new Star Wars.
Like the actors weren't really made for those parts and it just kind of felt awkward. Maybe that's how I felt.
Yeah, but Eddie knows how to make just the subtle comments he makes is just hilarious. Like there was that one scene when he was in the police department and there was a joke that he got hung up on like 3 different times, and 3 times he was telling him, "Hey, you gotta I need to make a phone call," and he got hung up on by his daughter, and it would seem like the first joke was funny, ha ha ha, and you would think that he did that 3 times where he got hung up on, and it's the same joke, and you would think it would be getting boring, like, okay, let's move on. But Eddie makes it funnier each time he did it. He's like, "Hey man, I don't know, it's your phone." You know, it was hilarious. And then the way he talked about the titty monkey, you know, when Serge was talking about the titty monkey, that was he cracks me up. Just very funny sense of humor. And then you were laughing during the helicopter scene.
Yeah.
You like
and it was so real. His actions are just so realistic of like if you were in a helicopter and it was starting to crash but the pilot didn't know what he was doing, his actions were so real that's exactly how most people would behave. What do you mean? You know, like his acting is great. He does a really good job at really making you believe he's really gonna crash.
And I liked all
really freaking out.
I think all the actors and actresses did really good.
Kevin Bacon was
anything
a real
he
good
does.
Bad guy.
Anything he does.
He was
awesome.
in the one with Julia Roberts where remember he was like had one role and he was like the old farmer or something in Connecticut or
with Julia Roberts and
and he had like one role and he.
Yeah, he played it. But he plays a villain. I mean, anything that Kevin Bacon does is good, in my opinion. I think he's a good actor. Great actor.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. And you know immediately, I mean, there's no surprises. And really no surprise. I mean, there's a couple of sneaky things they do with to keep you interested in the movie, like how they escape But you know immediately, as soon as you're introduced to Kevin Bacon, you know immediately, he's the villain. You know, there's no, that's the bad guy. It's blatant. He wears all black, you know, and he's just. And
as he ages, his like all his wrinkles just play even a better part. Like it just like go into the part really well.
Distinguished.
Yeah. I wish you could say the same for women. My wrinkles just.
Yeah.
Go.
But there's no detraction. Even though you know who the bad guy is, you kind of know the plot. It doesn't detract from it because it goes by the same formula that like Columbo with what's his name? Peter Falk played in Columbo, the detective series. That was a series.
I've never seen it.
That was in the
I've never
'70s.
seen it.
Columbo was a detective, and he used to solve crimes. It was back in the '70s. But every episode, you would see who did the crime and what the crime was and how it was done in the very beginning. They'd show the crime, and then the whole point of the show, the episode, was how Columbo was going to solve the mystery. How is he going to catch him? We know what happened, but how is he going to get the evidence, and how is he going to catch the bad guy? And this was kind of the same thing. You know who the bad guy is. You know what the problem is going to be, and how is Eddie going to solve it? And that was the enticing part of the whole. Yeah. That's what kept us interesting, because I would turn it off if I don't like something. Like I felt like walking out of the Star Wars theater during the.
That was long.
What was it? The 7th, 8th, and 9th one.
I don't know, but I just remember it wasn't entertaining. It was long.
No,
it was just like ugh.
It was just. It's nothing. I don't think it was bad acting. I think it was bad writing.
Yeah.
But this one really nailed it. You used to have a couple cameos. Christopher McDonald as Shooter McGavin, I think, when he was the golfer. And then you had Louis Guzman.
You know the guy that played Surge?
Bronson Pinchot.
Was he Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
No. He was Perfect Strangers.
Oh, I never saw that.
That's another sitcom of the 80s.
I never saw that. You lived in the house. I lived outside. Yeah.
Bronson Pinchot nailed it. I thought they
all did good. Even they had the lady at the the checkout counter at the hotel. She was the same lady.
Yeah, we think so.
I'm pretty sure she was the same lady.
I think
from the original.
Yeah, the name tag said Alexis, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, but
if she was.
Yeah, but I think everybody did a great job.
And then he was going to play like he did the first cop, play that whole scene. And he's like, I'm too tired for this. Just what's the rate?
Yeah, that was realistic. I mean, I was like, I totally get that. And I heard some reviewers saying the chase scenes were plain and there was no tension, but I enjoyed it.
It was like with tension and humor.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was a mix of both because I didn't hear whatever reviewers you saw. But from what I got out of it, it was just like, it was really funny and it was like a lot of adrenaline going on.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's because a lot of these, the new movies like Marvel and stuff, you notice how like, they're really entertaining, but everything is just flash, 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 like quick. And you're like, trying to keep up. And I think this one was just like, it was good. I don't know. I don't have anything negative other than the daughter being too long.
Yeah.
Not liking her father.
And that leads to the cons. It was just like a few points off because one, I'm sick and tired of the new storylines always portraying the returning heroes as some kind of deadbeat dad or something. You had Luke Skywalker came back and he was a loser of a father. You had Indiana Jones, bad dad. Superman Returns with Brandon Routh. He came back and he was a dad that wasn't around, and now Axel Foley is the same thing. He's some problem with his daughter, some family problem. I don't agree with that. I think these guys.
I think he was being a good father. I mean, he may not have been there all the time, but he was working, and.
Still, and
then he says that the reason why he didn't visit his daughters because he got into something where, if he did, she would get killed because they were going to kill his family. Remember, so he distanced himself on purpose to save her. But I mean, it's the line of work he's in. So
yeah, we think she hated him a little too long, a little too strong.
Yeah,
it's not like he murdered somebody or abused the mother or an alcoholic.
But she did end up coming around. But I felt like at her age, already going through law school and living life, I mean, the such hatred for so long was a little too much. Right? Like.
Yeah, it was a little excessive.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Like, we all know we all make mistakes. They're apologizing now. Let's move on.
Yeah, that felt... That felt pressed. And then You have Taggart. Taggart and Rosewood, you barely see them, which I understand they're a lot older now, but I wanted more with Taggart and Rosewood. And there's
He
a
was
class.
locked up.
He was, yeah, but I mean, they could have done something. But and Rosewood, what's the word he used?
Well, maybe they didn't have time for big roles. You think?
His shtick, Rosewood's thing is that he always has big guns. I would have loved to see a scene where he like popped open his trunk and there was like massive guns in there, because that's his thing. And then Taggart, he was a little bit, I think, too much of a jerk when they were in the police station, and it needed to happen because of the plot, but it didn't seem very organic or true to the character. Like, how would he have, if he had these relationships with these people, why would he be so quick to just suspend him? I think he was a little too harsh, a little too rough, but necessary for the plot. I didn't believe that part. And the number one reason you got a point taken away is because he didn't do the laugh. That classic Eddie Murphy laugh. I can't do it.
I don't remember.
He does it. It's what he's known for, and he didn't do it. Come on.
And he does it on Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah, he did it all the time.
Oh.
When I remember when he's walking in Beverly Hills and he saw those people in that jacket.
Oh, right, and he was laughing at them.
I'll have to put it in there sometime.
Yeah, he was laughing.
Eddie
about
Murphy
it.
laugh. It's got to be in there.
He was like laughing, and then I started laughing. Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So those are the cons, but
overall, they did a good job.
yeah, the movie kept moving. It was a good plot. It was well written. The actors did a great job. The music was on point. I have no problem with the action scenes, and there was legitimate tension because people were getting shot. I mean, yes, given it was a little unbelievable, so the heroes never got shot, even though they were like under hails of bullets all the time. They had the Mexican cartel in the middle of the main street in Beverly Hills shooting up cars, and it was little, but
that was supposed to be the fun part of
yeah,
it, the funny.
That I can suspend belief on, but the characters,
The acting was good on all of them.
liked it.
Yeah.
So we highly recommend it. Good movie.
On Netflix.
Netflix. See it now. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, but I think it's worth watching. And just to put my positive spin on it.
It was entertaining.
Yeah. All right. So 9.7 out of 10. You give it an 8?
8.
All right.
I give it an 8.
All right. Well, maybe we'll do another movie.
Yeah.
Sometime.
When there's good ones. Is there any good ones coming out?
I don't know.
We
I
have
have
to
to
look.
look. Yeah. But it's a fun. It's a fun and eats. So it's
We
fun.
didn't eat. I should have had popcorn. It was just fun.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Until the next fun.
And then another